Start video recording. Wi-Fi off.
Hey, welcome back to Mustache Moto. It's Ben. Today we're going to talk about motorcycle dash cams, specifically the Vantrue F1 motorcycle dash cam. I installed this on my R1250 GSA a while ago. I'll tell you how it works. And the cool thing, one thing I really liked about this is you can do 4K video recording from the front camera. That's what you're seeing right now. And I'll show you how to install it, show you what the images look like, and help you decide if this is the right thing for you to put on your bike. Vantrue provided the dash cam for this review for free. They also provided a link, which I'll put in the description below, that'll get you 20% off should you choose to buy one from them. It also kicks a couple dollars to help support this channel. I'll also put the Amazon link if you'd prefer to buy through them, or if you can find it cheaper somewhere else, go for it. All right, let's do a bit of an unboxing here. Here's the unit, the Vantrue F1 Falcon one. Okay, a little sheet with a QR code to activate your warranty. So this has the actual unit. That's the brains of it. You put a little SD card in here, micro SD, to record onto. We've got cord for one of the cameras, for the other camera. Supply wiring harness that goes to battery, positive and negative, and then a switch terminal to turn it on and off with the bike. Accessories. That's your little stickies to mount the cameras and some zip ties. And then here's the 4K front camera, remote control, 1080 rear camera. So, all right, quick walkthrough of the install for the dash cam. Here's my front camera. It's the 4K camera, put on with just a sticker mount on the front of the beak, and then it's got the cord is running up through here, comes up here, and back to the seat. I'll show you that in a second. Up here I've got my remote control for it, and that cord just kind of bundles in with the rest of the cords here. I've moved that around. You'll probably see it up here in my earlier part of my video, but I was trying to get rid of some of the wind noise. Moving it here helped, as did this little dead cat fuzzy that I got off of Amazon. I'll put a link to those. That actually helps quite a bit getting some of the wind noise down. It's not perfect, but it helps. So those cables all run through here, under the seat. Here's the brains of the unit, which of course is where the SD card goes. So that's all in here with all the extra cable bundled up under the seat. And then around back, and we'll cover that up later. Here's the camera for the rear. It's just another sticker on underneath the brake light. And then that cord runs right up through there under the seat. Pretty neat and tidy. Doesn't stick out too much. I was a little put off by having to wire up this remote and have this in my cockpit. I figured, you know, a dash cam, I don't need a remote, just let it run all the time. But, you know, it integrates pretty well. I just bundled it with the other cables. Zips ties to the handlebar right there by the clutch master cylinder, so it's not in the way. The bottom button, if you ever have something happen that you think is really cool and you want to save the video, or if there's an accident or something, you get cut off, if you click the bottom button, it's going to lock that file so it can't be erased. And, you know, as it goes through and loops the recording, you know, it erases the oldest file once the card's full to replace it with a new file. That'll keep that from ever getting locked or ever getting erased. But the best part about that is it puts it in a separate folder on the disk, on the little micro SD card. So whether you are downloading the files by putting the SD card in your computer, or if you're using the app, you can look in that separate folder and that's where it is. So you're not scrolling through hundreds of video files trying to find the one you're interested in. So I've used that, you know, when I got cut off. I use that occasionally if just something cool happens in front of me and I want to keep it and find it again. And let me also mention, if you're actually in an accident, it's got like a G-Shock sensor, so it'll lock that file automatically for you. So if there's ever anything that, you know, really bad that happens, you don't have to worry about doing that. So that's pretty cool. It does a couple other things, but I don't think anything is really that interesting. It does have a microphone on there, picks up a lot of wind noise, but I'm going to get a little fuzzy to put on it, dead cat, see if that helps. So why do you need a dash cam on your motorcycle? Well, mainly for idiots like this driver. Had he actually hit me when he cut me off in this lane, I'd certainly want to have some kind of video evidence to prove that it was totally his fault and not mine. That's probably the main reason. You know, you want to protect yourself if somebody runs a red light, whatever happens. God forbid you get into an accident. You don't want to be the one that's called to be at fault. The other thing is to get just beautiful images. I mean, especially with the 4K front cam on this unit. I was thinking some of the video I shoot might actually be useful on the channel, put on YouTube, maybe just some interesting stuff. I mean, the kind of dawn shots here are just fantastic. I mean, I really like the color. The camera does a really good job with picking that up. I was really impressed with it in the kind of low light situations. Not dark, but semi-low light. You can still read all the signs. You can still see what the cars are. I thought that was really great. So at night, I don't think any dash cam is going to do a great job. This does pretty well, but you can see, because of headlights, you don't really see what kind of cars they are until they're alongside you. But you can certainly see lights, as in the street lights. So if someone were to run a red light, you would certainly pick that up. That would be really obvious. You can see street signs. You can't really read license plates because of the reflectivity of them. Your headlight's going to reflect right off of them, so you're not going to be able to read somebody's headlight. But I think it still does a pretty good job of protecting you. So this I wanted to show because this is a situation where really this video I'd be fine for just as dash cam, but to try and use on a YouTube or anything like that really wouldn't work. Look at the kind of jello effect and how the middle of the frame kind of wiggles back and forth. So this road I think was a little bit on the rougher side, and then there was a lot of wind that day, so that vibration, the electronic shutter on these cameras, it just doesn't what's happening is the sensor doesn't read out really fast, so it gives that jello-y kind of funky motion to everything. So let's talk about image quality too. So of course the Vantrue is a 4K, but I'm going to compare it to this AOC 1080p that I had and reviewed. I'll put a link up top. It's got a CarPlay built in, which is really cool, but it's only a 1080 front camera. And you can kind of see the quality here is pretty marginal. I mean, it's very flat, not real sharp, and a lot of motion to it. So let's compare that to the Vantrue, which is 4K, and you can see immediately it's just a much cleaner image. It's clearer, the color's better, all around it's just a much higher quality camera. And that's something I really found is this camera really does look about as good as I've ever seen from a dash cam. And just to make a finer point on that, here's a still frame that I shot, or that I grabbed. So this is on the Vantrue 4K, and you can see at this distance, you can actually read that license plate if you zoom in. On the AOC with the 1080p, you can't read it at all. I mean, it's just garbled. There's no image clarity there. You can actually just barely make out what kind of car it is. The quickest way to get the videos off of the dash cam is to actually go under the seat, take out the disc, and download it onto your computer. Of course, that's not very convenient. If you only have one, maybe that you want to pull off, you can use the phone app to do it. So let's do that. We're going to turn the bike on and let it fire up. All right. Then we're going to go here. We're going to find the Vantrue app. And I've already connected previously, so I'm going to connect to my device, join the network. It's going to probably tell me that the Wi-Fi is on and that it's connecting, hopefully. Sometimes it's a bit hinky. It did connect. So I'm getting a live preview now. I'm going to go down here, stop it, and start looking at the videos. So here's all my videos, front and back, alternating. So if I go to event, these are the ones that I actually tagged and saved. So here's one that I did this morning. It's front camera, so it's going to be 4K. Let's see here. Launch it. I want to see, make sure it's a full 5-minute video. Yep, I'm going to hit the download this file. It's large, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's see how long this takes. Okay, download successful. As you can see, we can now also, as it plays, we'll get a map of where it goes. Sorry about the jet going overhead, if you can hear that. So it moves me along. We can also hit AR, which will put more information up here. You can do that full screen. Oops. So you see speed, the map, the direction, elevation. And then if you hit the sync button, that's actually going to put it onto your phone, into your phone's camera roll. Otherwise, it's pretty hard to find it. And now I don't know. I'm going to try something. I'm going to put the AR on. So we've got that. Let me try syncing it with the AR and see if that actually comes through. Okay. So I'm going to turn the bike off. Close this. And let's go to the camera roll. And there's the video. It looks like it does not put the actual graphics on there. But we've got the full video with sound, and then I can sync that onto my computer if I want to do something more interesting with it. Alright, so I've been using the Vantrue Dashcam system for about a month now, and I'm really impressed with it. It's rock solid. I've never gone in and looked and not had the video there. And that's exactly what you want with the Dashcam. You want it to be seamless. You want to forget about it until you need it. And you want to be sure that that video is there and it's captured it when you do need it. I like the button that allows you to lock the files and makes them easy to find. I like the 4K in the front. And that's about all I have to say about it. It's a really good Dashcam system. So if you're looking for one, check it out. Now, get out there and ride.